Thank you, Sheena. That was my request to start the evening that way, so that's very special. So our first reader, oh, that's okay. No, I can't say anything. Is Heather. This reading comes from one of my favorite books, daily readings, called Simple Abundance, and I picked the Christmas entry. It's called Christmas. If, as Herod, we fill our lives with things, and again with things, if we consider ourselves so unimportant that we must fill every moment of our lives with action, when will we have the time to make the long, slow journey across the desert, as did the Magi? Or sit and watch the stars, as did the shepherds? Or brood over the coming of the child, as did Mary? For each one of us, there is a desert to travel, a star to discover, and a being within ourselves to bring to life. Author unknown. And this is Sarah talking, who wrote Simple Abundance. I first discovered this profound expression of Simple Abundance's essence just before I began writing this book. While browsing in a gallery in Vermont, I was drawn across the room to a display of work by the gifted calligraphy and graphic artist Michael Podestia. There it was, an elegant script rendering of exquisite grace. That's it, my authentic self whispered. That's simple abundance. Of course it was, and I had found it. But when I spotted the price tag, I knew it wouldn't be at that moment. That's okay, I assured Herod's daughter, writing the quote down. Just accept the gift and the quote right now. The print will come when it's supposed to. I picked up the artist's mail order catalog and continued to enjoy a wonderful day with Katie, my daughter, her cousins, and my sister. Back at my mother's, I mentioned the print and how this quote was the very first one I had for the book. It's perfect for Christmas, I told her. It sums up the book in one amazing paragraph. When I arrived home, Michael Podesta's print was waiting for me, a good luck gift from my mother. After I cried and laughed and called to thank her, I hung it over my meditation table. Its beauty acts as an anchor in my bedroom, the place where I sit, where I work, dream, sleep, love, and pray. Its timeless message, a deep harbor for my restless heart, a soulful safe haven. When I called Michael to ask where the quote came from, he told me that he didn't know. Someone had sent it to him anonymously in the mail without attribution. But it spoke to his heart, and he knew he needed to make a print using it. To the unknown poet, giver of wisdom and truth, thank you for this very special gift. Oh, would that Christmas lasted the whole year through as it ought, Charles Dickens lamented. Would that the spirit of Christmas could live within our hearts every day of the year. But what is the Christmas spirit? Perhaps the Christmas spirit, like the nature of the beloved, is meant to be a holy mystery. Perhaps the Christmas spirit is our soul's knowledge that things, no matter how beautiful, are only things. That we were created not always to do, but sometimes simply to be. Perhaps the Christmas spirit is a loving reminder that we must make time for the long, slow journey across the desert. We must take time to discover our star. We must honor the time necessary to brood over the coming of the authentic women we were created by love to become, and men as well. It has been said many times that our lives are gifts from God, that what we do with them is our gift in return. Today is the perfect day to remember this. So this is my Christmas wish for all of us, that behind the toys, the tinsel, the carols, the cards, the chaos, there will come a moment of quiet reflection and peace. That it may be truly said of each of us that we know how to keep Christmas well, if any person does. Merry Christmas and God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
This is a bit of a new experience to kind of see what song feels appropriate after each reading. And this song is more about my mom who read it than the reading itself. So that was just what came to me. But it's about family and in particular parents. Yeah, I wrote it actually with my dad in mind, but it applies to my mom too. And yeah, I'll give it to you now. It's called Myself in You.
Thank you for protecting me, and all the ways you worry was your love. Come and warm yourself by the fire, where the flames of all creation are born and shared. See where I came from you. I see myself in you somewhere. And all these barriers that one time had reason and no reason Thank you for your guarded heart and the tender things inside that it keeps safe. I accept the open and the closed in you.
This is looking suspicious.
Not winning a prize, though. Okay, this story is called The Two Pots. A water bearer in China had 2 large pots, each hung on the ends of a pole, which he carried across his neck. One of the pots had a crack in it, while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water. At the end of a long walk from the stream to the house, the cracked pot arrived only half full. For a full 2 years, this went on daily, with the bearer delivering only 1 1/2 pots of water to his house. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments for which it was made. But the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfections and miserable that it was able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived to be bitter failure, it spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. "I am ashamed of myself because this crack in my side causes my water to leak out all the way back to the house." The bearer said to the pot, "Did you notice that there are flowers on your side of the path, but not on the other pot's side? That's because I have always known about your flaw. So I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walk back, you water them. For 2 years, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate the table. Without you being just the way you are, we would not have such beauty." Each of us has our own unique flaw, but it's the cracks and flaws we each have that make our lives together so very interesting and rewarding. You've just got to take each person for what they are and look for the good in them.